Guys, I'm audible, guys, all of you. Anyone, please respond. Sorry for the delay. I'm audible, guys, all of you. So, what we discussed previous class, guys? I think direction completed, right? So, any doubts regarding direction concept? Right. So, move on to next topic. One of the important topic in aptitude, ratio and proportions. If you are preparing for any exam, the concept weightage is at least 2 to 4 marks, guys. Here, that's why very important topic, guys. Here, ratio and proportions. Right. Okay. First of all, what is the meaning of ratio and what is the meaning of proportion? Okay. All right, guys. Here, for example, guys, 10 rupees is to 100 liters. What is the ratio, guys? Anyone? What is the ratio, guys? 10 rupees is to 100 liters. What is the ratio? All of you, please respond in chat box. What is the ratio? Yes, very good. Somebody saying answer 1 is to 10. Very good, but it is a wrong answer. Why? Because here is given 10 rupees and 100 liters. How can you calculate rupees and liters? Rupees ni liters cancel చేయొచ్చండి మనము? No అండి. Okay. For example, 10 rupees, 100 rupees. Then answer is 1 is to 10. 10 liters, 100 liters. Then answer is 1 is to 10. Okay. Ratio means two quantities are same units is called the ratio. Okay. So 10 rupees is one quantity, 100 rupees is another quantity. Two quantities are same units is called the ratio. Okay. Right, Andy. For example, A comma B, the ratio is A is to B or A by B is same. A is to B or A by B is same. Okay. Here A means antecedent and B means consequent. Okay. Here A means antecedent and B means consequent. Okay. A is to B or A by B is same. For example, 2 is to 3 or 2 by 3 is same, guys. Here 2 is to 3 or 2 by 3 is same, and three quantities A comma B comma C. So three quantities ratio is A is to B is to C. A is to B is to C. Just remember guys here, what is the ratio? Ratio means two quantities are same units is called the ratio. Okay, A is to B or A by B is same. Clear and all of you? What is the ratio guys? What is the ratio? Ratio means two quantities are same units is called the ratio. Okay, for example, how to find out the ratios guys here? How to find out the ratios? For example guys, the question like this, A is to B comma A is to B is equal to 1 is to 4. A is to B is equal to 1 is to 4 and B is to C is equal to 2 is to 3. Then find A is to B is to C. Then find A is to B is to C guys here. Okay. A is to B is equal to 1 is to 4. B is to C is equal to 2 is to 3. Then find A is to B is to C. Look at the screen guys here. First of all, I am going to your basic method. So here A is how many parts? One part. B is how many parts? Two parts. Again B is how many parts? Two parts. Again so C is how many parts here? Three parts. Right? A and C is very clear. One part, three parts. But B is here four parts. Here is two parts guys here. Alright? So first దీని ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 1 అనుకుందాం అండ్ నేను ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 2 అనుకుందాం అండి. ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 1 ని 2 తో మల్టిప్లై చేయండి. ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 2 ని 4 తో మల్టిప్లై చేయండి. అంటే ఈ వాల్యూని మనం ఈక్వల్ చేసాం అనుకోండి, 1 వాల్యూని మనం కామన్ గా తీసుకోవచ్చు. దట్స్ వై. ఓకే రైట్ అండి. సో 2 తో మల్టిప్లై చేయండి. 1 into 2 2 2 4s are 8. ఓకే అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ 4 2s are 8 4 3s are 12 అండి. Right. A values how much guys? 2 and B values how much? 8 8 and 8. Both common గా ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి ఒక వాల్యూ వన్ వాల్యూని బయటికి తీసేద్దాం. Right. And C values how much guys? 12. Right. Let me calculate guys here. So 2 1s are 2 4s are 2 6s are. Any cancellation guys here? No cancellation. The final answer is here 1 is to 4 is to 6 and 1 is to 4 is to 6. Okay, so this is a basic method guys here. If you are going to basic method, definitely we are taking 1 or 2 minutes time. I think it's a waste of time. I want to answer just within fraction of seconds or without pen guys here. Right, I am going to hear one more logic guys here. I am going to hear one more logic. Okay, just remember this symbol guys here. So just remember this symbol. This symbol look like a China code. Okay, right. I want to answer. No, sorry. Right. So just remember this symbol, guys. Here. Okay, just remember this symbol. I want to answer 1 is to 4. Okay, now okay, gap వదిలేసేయండి. And next 2 is to 3 అండి. 2 is to 3. Right. Look at the screen, guys. Here. First line 1 into 2. 2 and second line 2 4s are 8 and third line 4 3s are 12. Okay, again cancellation. So 2 1s are 2 4s are and 2 6s are. Okay, the final answer is 1 is to 4 is to 6, 1 is to 4 is to 6 and okay na. So problem ni ila kuda solve cheyochu. Right, but exam point of view lo ivi mottam solve cheyalsina avasaram ledandi. I think no need pen and paper andi. Problem చూడగానే విత్ ఇన్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ సెకండ్స్ లో ఈజీగా ఆన్సర్ చెప్పేయచ్చు మనం ఇక్కడ. ఎలా చెప్తాం సార్ అంటే జస్ట్ క్లియర్ గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి ఒకసారి. సో ద గివెన్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ A is to B is equal to 1 is to 4, B is to C is equal to 2 is to 3 అండి. If you want to find out the A value, if you want to find out the A value, just multiply left hand side numbers. If you want to find out the A value, just multiply left hand side numbers. 1 into 2 2. Okay, right. If you want to find out the C value, multiply right hand side numbers. Multiply right hand side numbers. 3 4s are 12. Okay, so if you want to find out the B value, multiply 2 into 4. 2 4s are 8. Again cancellation. So 2 1s are 2 4s are 2 6s are. The final answer is 1 is to 4 is to 6, 1 is to 4 is to 6, 1 is to 4 is to 6 అండి. ఎలా అయినా సాల్వ్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు అండి ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని మనం. ఓకేనా? క్లియర్ అండి. హౌ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద రేషియో అంటే జస్ట్ ఈ సింబల్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే చాలండి ఇక్కడ. రైట్, వన్ మోర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూద్దామండి. A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3, and next B is to C is equal to 4 is to 5, and C is to D is equal to, so 3 is to 5. 3 is to 5. Then find A is to B is to C is to D value. Then find A is to B is to C is to D value. Right, and if you are going to basic method, if you are going to shortcut method, we'll get the answer, no problem guys here. Okay, all right, Andy. So first find out the A value. Just multiply left hand side numbers. 2 4s are 8, 8 3s are 24. Okay, now in exam point of view, definitely we'll get 4 or 5 options, right guys? Okay, ఈ 4 or 5 options లో starting number A value అనేది ఓన్లీ 24 ఉంది అనుకోండి, ఓన్లీ వన్ ఆప్షన్ మాత్రమే, ఓన్లీ వన్ ఆప్షన్ లో స్టార్టింగ్ నెంబర్ ఇస్ 24. దట్స్ వై ఫస్ట్ ఆప్షన్ ఇస్ ద రైట్ ఆన్సర్ అని చెప్పేస్తామండి. అంతేగాని మిగతా వాల్యూస్ మొత్తం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొద్దు. వాట్ మై పాయింట్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ? ఇన్ కేస్ 2 పాయింట్స్ లో గానీ అంటే 2 ఆప్షన్స్ లో గానీ 24 ఉంది అనుకోండి, దట్ టైం మల్టిప్లై, సో ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద D value. Find out the D value. Okay, so 3 5s are 3 5s are 15. So 15 5s are 75. 15 5s are 75. So that is the D value. Go through option verification. Only one option lo matrame D value 75 ఉంది అనుకోండి, so that is the right answer అయిపోతుంది. That is the right answer అండి. Okay, right. And next find out the B value. Find out the B value ante, so 3 into 4 into 3, 3 4s are 12, 12 3s are 36. That is the B value. If you want to find out the C value, if you want to find out the C value, multiply 3 into 5 into 3, 3 5s are 15, 15 3s are 45. Any cancellation unte cancel cheyandi, otherwise that is the final answer అవుతుందండి. 24 is to 36 is to 45 is to 75. Clear and all of you? Okay, cancellation also cancel cheyandi, otherwise not required అండి. Okay, so 3 తో 1 cancellation ఉందా? Yes. So 3 8s are 24, 3 1s are 3 2s are, okay, 3 1s are 3 5s are, 3 2s are 6, and 3 5s are 15 అండి. ఇంకా any cancellation అండి ఇక్కడ? Any cancellation? I think no cancellation. So that is the final answer అండి. 8 is to 12 is to 15 is to 25. క్లియర్ కదండి? సో ఇలా రేషియోస్ మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసాం అండ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇంకా సాల్వ్ చేద్దాం, నో ఇష్యూ అండి. అండ్ కమింగ్ టు ద సెకండ్ పాయింట్, ప్రపోర్షన్. What is the meaning of proportion? Okay, look at the screen guys here. It's a very very important guys here. Proportion. Proportion means two ratios are equal. A is to B is one ratio and C is to D is another ratio. Two ratios are equal is called the proportion. Okay, the proportion formation is AD is equal to BC. AD is equal to BC. The proportion formation is AD is equal to BC. For example, 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 6. Find out the proportion. Find out the proportion. Look like A, B, C and D. What is the proportion formation? AD is equal to BC. 2 into 6 is equal to 3 into 4. 2 6 are 12. 3 4s are 12. 12 is equal to 12. Okay, it is a proportion or not? Yes, it is a proportion. The proportion means two ratios are equal is called the proportion. Okay, for example, so 12 is equal to 10. It is a proportion? No, it is not a proportion. The proportion formation is AD is equal to BC. Clear and all of you? Any doubts regarding proportion guys here? Two ratios are equal is called the proportion. The proportion formation is AD is equal to BC. Proportion లో three formulas ఉంటాయండి. Fourth proportion, third proportion, second proportion. Okay, second proportion are mean proportion. Okay, it's the same meaning అండి. Find out the mean proportion అంటే find out the second proportion and meaning అండి. So proportion A is to B is equal to C is to D. Okay. So proportion formation is AD is equal to BC. We have to find out the fourth proportion. Fourth proportion means so 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth proportion means find out the D value. Fourth proportion formula is D is equal to BC by A. D is equal to BC by A. Just remember guys here, fourth proportion formula guys here. For example, the question like this, 2 comma 3 comma 4, find out the fourth proportion. Look like A, B, C and D value we don't know. We have to find out the fourth proportion. What is the formula, fourth proportion formula? D is equal to BC by A. Then 3 into 4 by 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are 3 twos are 6. Okay. Fourth proportion value how much guys? 6 only. Right. So just remember guys here only formula. Fourth proportion formula. What is the fourth proportion formula? AD is equal to BC. Clear all of you? And next one, third proportion. Third proportion means A is to B is equal to B is to C and D. Okay, and D to మనకు అవసరం లేదు. So 1, 2, 2, 3. So third proportion means find out the C value. The proportion formation is AD is equal to BC. Look like this. A into C. Okay, next B into B, B square. Third proportion formula C is equal to B square by A. Sorry. C is equal to B square by A. So just remember guys here, third proportion formula. C is equal to B square by A. For example, the question like this, 2 comma 4. Find out the third proportion. Third proportion is we don't know. Let's see Anpuntam. What is the formula? C is equal to B square. It means 4 into 4 by 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are 4 twos are 8. C value is how much guys? 8. Okay, so just remember here, so third proportion formula. And coming to the second proportion or mean proportion. Second proportion or mean proportion. A is to B is equal to B is to C. So proportion is, so AD is equal to BC, look like this, right? AC is equal to B into B, B square. So second proportion means find out the B value. B is equal to root of AC. B is equal to root of AC. So that is a second proportion formula or mean proportion formula guys here. Okay, just remember these three formulas guys here. So fourth proportion formula, third proportion formula and second proportion or mean proportion formula. Clear and all of you? Any doubts regarding this proportion concept guys? Proportion means two ratios are equal is called the proportion. The proportion formation is AD is equal to BC. And fourth proportion, third proportion, second proportion. Just remember formulas guys here. And coming to the next point. Compound ratio. Compound ratio. For example, A is to B comma, C is to D comma, D is to E comma, and E is to F. Okay, and so on. Find out the compound ratio. Okay, so A is to B can be written as A by B, right? Okay, already we tell some ratio means A is to B or A by B same. Into C by D into D by E into E by F into and so on. Okay, for example, the question like this, 2 is to 3 comma, 3 is to 4 comma, 4 is to 5 comma 5 is to 6. Find out the compound ratio. 2 is to 3 can be written as 2 by 3 into 3 by 4 into 4 by 5 into 5 by 6. Okay, let me calculate, guys. Let me calculate. 3 3 cancel, 4 4 cancel, 5 5 cancel, 2 ones are and 2 threes are. 1 by 3, 1 by 3 or 1 is to 3, guys, here. 1 is to 3. That is the compound ratio. Just remember, guys, here compound ratio formula. Okay, a by B into B by C into C by D into D by E and so on. Like this is a compound ratio formula, guys. Clear and all of you? First value and last value find out చేయమన్నా మనము కాంపౌండ్ రేషియోని యూజ్ చేయొచ్చండి. ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూ లాస్ట్ వాల్యూ మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలన్నా we are using compound ratio. Clear and all of you? Any doubts regarding compound ratio? Next study. Inverse ratio. Inverse ratio. For example, it's a very, very important point, guys. Inverse ratio. A is to B, the inverse ratio is 1 by A is to 1 by B. A is to B, inverse ratio is 1 by A is to 1 by B. For example, 2 is to 3, the inverse ratio is 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3. Just cross multiplication. So then answer is 3 is to 2 only. And 2 is to 3, the inverse ratio is how much, guys? 3 is to 2. అంటే 2 క్వాంటిటీస్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు సింపుల్ గా రివర్స్ అని గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, ఈజీగా ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేస్తుంది మనకి ఇక్కడ. ఓకేనా, రివర్స్ అని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. సో 2 is to 3, the inverse ratio is 3 is to 2. For example, 5 is to 6, the inverse ratio is 6 is to 5 అండి. ఓన్లీ 2 క్వాంటిటీస్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు మాత్రమే రివర్స్ అని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. అండ్ 3 ఆర్ మోర్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లమ్ సాల్వ్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. రైట్ అండి, చెక్ చేద్దాం. A is to B is to C, the inverse ratio is 1 by A is to 1 by B is to 1 by C. Alright, for example, 2 is to 3 is to 4, the inverse ratio is 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3 is to 1 by 4 అండి. Okay, right. Find out the LCM, guys, here. 2 key, 3 key, 4 key. What is the LCM, guys, here? 12. Okay, what is the LCM, guys, here? 12. Right, Andy. 1 by 2 into 12 is to 1 by 3 into 12 is to 1 by 4 into 12. Let me calculate, guys, here. 2 ones are 2 6 are, 3 ones are 3 4s are, 4 ones are 4 3s are. The final answer here 6 is to 4 is to 3. 6 is to 4 is to 3. And clear and all of you? How to find out the inverse ratio? Right. So don't do this process, guys, here. I think it's a time waste అండి. ఓకే, ఇలాంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు వితౌట్ పెన్ తో ఎలా సాల్వ్ చేస్తామో జస్ట్ క్లియర్ గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. ఐ వాంట్ టు ఆన్సర్ A is to B is to C. If you want to find out the first A value, just close them the A. అంటే A ని మల్టిప్లై చేయకుండా multiply remaining numbers, guys, here. 3 4s are 12. Okay, if you want to find out the B value, just close them the B and multiply remaining numbers. 2 4s are 8. If you want to find out the C value, just close them the C, multiply remaining two numbers. 2 3s are 6. Okay, let me calculate. 2 6s are and 2 4s are and 2 3s are. The final answer here 6 is to 4 is to 3, 6 is to 4 is to 3 అండి. అంటే ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని ఎలా అయినా సాల్వ్ చేయొచ్చండి, నో ఇష్యూ అండి. Clear and all of you? How to find out the inverse ratio? It's a very, very important, guys, here. So time and work లో కానీ time and distance లో కానీ, okay, so different concepts లో మనం inverse ratio యూస్ చేస్తామండి డెఫినెట్లీగా. That's why very, 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 very important, guys. Any doubts regarding inverse ratio, guys? All of you, please respond in chat box. And coming to the next point, guys, here, very, very important point. A is to B. Duplicate ratio. A is to B. Duplicate ratio is A square is to B square. For example, the question like this. So 5 is to 6. The duplicate ratio is 5 square is to 6 square. 5 square is 25. 6 square is 36. Then answer is 25 is to 36 and D. Just remember, guys, this point. A is to B, duplicate ratio is A square is to B square. Next point, A is to B, subduplicate ratio. Subduplicate ratio is root of A is to root of B. Okay, 49 is to 64. Find out the subduplicate ratio and root 49, root 64 and 7 is to 9. That is the answer, guys, here. Just remember second point, A is to B, subduplicate ratio is root of A is to root of B. And coming to the next point, A is to B, triplicate ratio. Triplicate ratio is A cube is to B cube. A is to B, triplicate ratio is A cube is to B cube. And coming to the next point, A is to B, subtriplicate ratio. Subtriplicate ratio is cube root of A is to and cube root of B, guys. Okay, so A is to B, subtriplicate ratio is cube root of A is to cube root of B and D. Right, just remember, guys, here is 4 points. A is to B, duplicate ratio is A square is to B square. A is to B, subduplicate ratio is root of A is to root of B. A is to B, triplicate ratio is A cube is to B cube. A is to B, subtriplicate ratio is cube root of A is to cube root of B and D. Clear, and all of you? Any doubts regarding these 4 points, guys? Any doubts regarding these 4 points? Okay, right అండి. సో ఇక 1 by 1 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మనం సాల్వ్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్దాం. సో ఇన్ కేస్ అక్కడ కాన్సెప్ట్ వస్తే ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సంబంధించి కాన్సెప్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. నో ఇష్యూ అండి. రైట్ అండి. So it's a general question, guys, here. Which is the number 1 army in the world, guys? All of you, please respond in chat box. Which is the number 1 army in the world? It's a general question, guys. Anyone, please respond in chat box. Do you know which is the number 1 army in the world? Okay, no one is responding. Very good. Okay. People's Liberty Army Crown Prince. Okay, so China and China Army is the number 1 army and and coming to the model number 1 problems, guys, here. First problem, if x is to y is equal to 5 is to 8 and z is to y is equal to 4 is to 3, then x is to y is to z is equal to, which option is the right answer, guys? All of you, please respond in chat box. Right, the first problem given here, x is to y is equal to 5 is to 8 and it is given z is to y. Okay, it's a reverse, guys, here. Y is to z is equal to 3 is to 4. If you want to find out the x value, multiply left hand side numbers. 5 threes are 15. Go through option verification. The starting number is 15. Okay, that's why option 2, option 4 is eliminated. Okay, right. And coming to the find out the z value, multiply right hand side numbers. 8 fours are 32. Go through option verification. Only option 3 is 32 guys here. That's why option 3 is the right answer. And so y value find out just awesome లేదు. Otherwise find out no issue అండి. 8 3s are 24. The answer is 15 is to 24 is to 32. Clear and all of you? Guys, I'm audible. Okay. And move on to next one. If A is to B is equal to 1 is to 2 and B is to C is equal to 3 is to 4, C is to D is equal to 2 is to 3 and D is to E is equal to 3 is to 4, then what is B is to E equal to? A is to B is 1 is to 2 and B is to C is 3 is to 4 and C is to D is 2 is to 3. T is to E is 3 is to 4. Find out the D is to E. What is the answer, guys? Anyone? All of you, please respond in chat box. Right, Andy. So I think not required. A is to B, 1 is to 2. మనకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటి? D value, E value. ఓకేనా? ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూ లాస్ట్ వాల్యూ కావాలి అన్నప్పుడు ఏం చెప్పాను? సో జస్ట్ మల్టిప్లై లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ నంబర్స్ అండ్ రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ నంబర్స్ అండి. చాలా ఇంకేం అవసరం లేదు ఇక్కడ. సో 3 2s are 6 అండి. 6 3s are 18. And next 4 3s are 12. 12 4s are 48. Okay na? Let me calculate guys here. So 6 3s are 18, 6 8s are 48. So the answer is 3 is to 8 and which option is the right answer? Option 3 is the right answer. Clear and all of you? Yes, yes, very good and very good. Okay, right Andy. And move on to next one. If 2x is equal to 3y is equal to 4z, what is x is to y is to z? What is x is to y is to z? What is the answer, guys? Anyone? Somebody saying option 1. Okay. 6 is to 4 is to 3 na? Right, let me check guys here. First I'm going to basic method. Take these two numbers guys here. 2x is equal to 3y. X ని సైడ్ తీసుకొచ్చేసేయండి. ఈ 2 ని సైడ్ తీసుకెళ్ళిపోండి. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? X by y is equal to 3 by 2. 3 by 2 అంటే 3 is to 2. Next, again take these two values guys here. 3y is equal to 4z. Z need side తీసుకొచ్చేసేయండి, 3 need side తీసుకెళ్ళిపోండి. Then y by z is equal to 4 by 3. 4 by 3 అంటే 4 is to 3. ఇంకా మనకి షార్ట్ కట్ తెలుసు కదండి. ఓకేనా, యూస్ డిఫరెంట్ షార్ట్ కట్స్, నో ప్రాబ్లం అండి. 3 4s are 12, 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6. Okay, let me calculate. 2 6s are and 2 4s are and 2 3s are. The final answer here 6 is to 4 is to 3 అండి. That's why first option is the right answer guys here. Very good అండి. If you are going to basic method, definitely we are taking 1 or 2 minutes time. I think it's a waste of time అండి. I want to answer just within fraction of seconds without pen guys here. Right? So x value we have to find out the y value and z value. Here x is how many parts guys? 2 parts. Y is how many parts? 3 parts. Z is how many parts? 4 parts. Right? 2 into 3 into 4 by x value is how much? 2. Next 2 into 3 into 4 by 3 y value. So 2 into 3 into 4 by z value is how much guys here? 4. Okay, let me calculate guys here. 4 4 cancel, 3 3 cancel, 2 2 cancel, 3 4s are 12. Okay, 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6. Again cancellation, 2 3s are 2 4s are 2 6 are. The final answer here 6 is to 4 is to 3. Okay, 6 is to 4 is to 3, 6 is to 4 is to 3. So this process also taking at least 1 minute time. I think it's a waste of time and I want to answer just within fraction of seconds without pen guys here. I think no need pen and paper guys here. I think no need pen and paper. If you want to find out the x value, just close them the x, multiply remaining numbers. 3 4s are 12. If you want to y value, just close them the y, multiply remaining two numbers. 2 4s are 8. If you want to z value, just close them the z and multiply remaining number. 2 3s are 6. Okay, 2 6s are 2 4s are and 2 3s are. Then answer is 6 is to 4 is to 3, 6 is to 4 is to 3, 6 is to 4 is to 3 అండి. ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని ఎలా అయినా సాల్వ్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు అండి, నో ఇష్యూ అండి. క్లియర్ అండ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ? Any doubts regarding this problem guys? Right అండి. And move on to next one. If a by 3 is equal to b by 2 is equal to c by 5, then what is the value of ratio? C plus a whole square is to a plus b whole square is to b plus c whole square. What is the answer guys? Anyone? Which option is the right answer? Right అండి. I think no need pen and paper guys here. For example, a by 3 అన్నారు. a by 3 అండి, ఈ 3 నెట్ సైడ్ తీసుకెళ్ళిపోదాం. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? a is equal to 3 అంటే a value so much 3 కదా. రైట్. b value so much 2, c value so much 3, c plus a, c value ఎంత 5, a value ఎంత 3, 5 plus 3 ఎంత 8, 8 square ఎంత 64. Go through option verification. The starting number is 64, only one option is there. That's why option 3 is the right answer అండి. ఇంకా రిమైనింగ్ ఆప్షన్ చెక్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదండి. కావాలంటే చెక్ చేసుకోండి. ఏ వాల్యూ ఎంత 3, బి వాల్యూ ఎంత 2. సో 3 plus 5, 3 plus 2 5, 5 స్క్వేర్ ఎంత 25. నెక్స్ట్ బి వాల్యూ ఎంత 2, సి వాల్యూ ఎంత 5, 2 plus 5 7, 7 స్క్వేర్ ఎంత 49. ఓకే, సో ఐ థింక్ నో నీడ్ పెన్ అండ్ పేపర్ అండి. ప్రాబ్లం చూడగానే ఆన్సర్ చెప్పేయచ్చు మనము. Okay, right, Andy. And move on to next one. The ratio of 2 power 1.5 is to 2 power 0.5 is same as the ratio of 2 point power 2 power 1.5 is to 2 power 0.5. So A is to B or A by B is same, right? Yes. For example, guys, A power M by A power N. What is the formula, guys? A power M by A power N. A power M minus N. That is the formula, right? So, yes, very good. Somebody saying answer, guys, 2 is to 1. Very good, excellent. Right. Same procedure, guys, here. And 2 power 1.5 minus 0.5. ఓకే 0.5 డినామినేటర్ ఏం లేకపోతే 1 ఉందని మీనింగ్ అండి ఇక్కడ రైట్ 1.5 మైనస్ 0.5 ఎంత అండి 1 కదా అంటే 2 పవర్ 1 బై 1 2 పవర్ 1 ఎంత 2 బై 1 2 బై 1 అంటే ఏంటి 2 is to 1 కదా సో దట్స్ వై ఆప్షన్ 1 ఇస్ ద రైట్ ఆన్సర్ అండి వెరీ గుడ్ అండి and next one అండి these are first model problems guys and coming to the second model. The ratio compounded of duplicate ratio of 4 is to 5, triplicate ratio of 1 is to 3, subduplicate ratio of 81 is to 256, and subtriplicate ratio of 125 is to 512 is. What is the answer, guys? Right, and listen. 4 is to 5. Duplicate ratio means so 4 square is to 5 square. Okay, na? 4 square is how much? 16. 5 square is how much? 25. Next, triplicate ratio. 1 cube is to 3 cube. 1 cube is how much? 1. 3 cube is how much? 27. And subduplicate ratio. Root of 81 and root of 256. So root of 81 is how much, guys? 9. Okay, and root of 25 root of 256 is how much, guys? 16. Okay, 9 is to 16. And next subtriplicate ratio and so cube root of 125 cube root of 512. 125 is how much? 5 cube. Okay, 8 cube is how much? 512. Okay, 8 cube is how much? 512, guys, here. Right, Andy, let me calculate ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నా problem లో the ratio compounded ratio అంటే ఇలా రాయొచ్చు నేను 16 by 25 into 1 by 27 into 9 by 16 into 5 by 8 అండి compound ratio. Right, let me calculate, guys. 16 cancel. 9 ones are 9 threes are 5 ones are 5 fives are 25. Any cancellation entry? I think no cancellation. Numerator is how much? 1. Okay, so 5 threes are 15. 15 eights are 120. The answer is 1 is to 120. Option 3 is the right answer, guys, here. Clear, and all of you? Any doubts regarding this problem, guys? Right. And move on to next one. The ratio compounded of inverse ratio of 15 is to 28, triplicate ratio of 5 is to 4, subduplicate ratio of 36 is to 49 is. Right, Andy. 15 is to 28. Inverse ratio is how much, guys? The inverse ratio of 15 is to 28. 28 is to 15. Next అండి triplicate ratio of అంటే 5 cube is to 4 cube. 5 cube is how much? 125. 4 cube is how much? 64. Next, subduplicate ratio. Root of 36 is to root of 49 and 6 is to 7. Problem లో స్టార్టింగ్ లో ఏమన్నాడు? కాంపౌండ్ రేషియో అన్నాడండి. కాంపౌండ్ రేషియో అంటే 28 by 15 into 125 by 64 into 6 by 7 అండి. 7 ones are 7 fours are 28 అండి. 28. Okay, right. So 5 threes are and 5 25s are 125. Okay, so 3 ones are and 3 twos are 2 ones are 2 threes are and 2 twos are. Any cancellation inka? 4 ones are 4 eights are 32. Remaining is how much? 25 by 8 and D. Which option is the right answer? Option 3 is the right answer, guys. Option 3 is the right answer. Is it clear, guys, all of you? Any doubts regarding this problem? Next, move on to next one. Find the mean proportion of 25 and 64. మీన్ ప్రపోర్షన్ అంటే ఏంటండి? సెకండ్ ప్రపోర్షన్. సెకండ్ ప్రపోర్షన్ ఫార్ములా ఏంటండి? బి ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు రూట్ ఆఫ్ ఏసీ. రూట్ ఆఫ్ ఏసీ సింపుల్ గా సాల్వ్ చేద్దామండి. సో 25 రూట్ ఎంత అండి? 5 అండి. 64 రూట్ ఎంత అండి? 8 అండి. ఓకేనా? 5 8 ఎంత అండి? 40 అండి. విచ్ ఆప్షన్ ఇస్ ద రైట్ ఆన్సర్ అండి? ఆప్షన్ 4 ఇస్ ద రైట్ ఆన్సర్, గైస్. సింపుల్ గా మీన్ ప్రపోర్షన్. మీన్ ప్రపోర్షన్ మీన్స్ okay, mean proportion and second proportion are same meaning and clear and all of you? Okay, and this is the second model and the second model problems ila untayi manaki. Okay, so ee roju ikkada close chestunnandi. Tomorrow manam remaining models manam close cheddam, right? Any doubts regarding today's session, guys? And starting, sorry for the delay. Any doubts, guys? No doubts? So exam attempt chesarandi all of you. Simplifications, yes or no? So previous class notes ni forward chestanandi ee roju. ఓకే, సో పేపర్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఏమైనా కావాలంటారా మీకు? అదర్వైజ్ నాట్ రిక్వైర్డా? ఇఫ్ యూ ఓకే మీకు కావాలి అనుకుంటే రేపు క్లాస్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను పేపర్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్, అదర్వైజ్ నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్. యువర్ విష్. రేపు క్లాస్లో మనం ఒక హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ లోపు ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అని ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ మనం రిమైనింగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. ఓకే, సో దెన్ థ్యాంక్ యూ గైస్, విల్ కంటిన్యూ టుమారో గైస్. Any doubts ఉంటే అడగండి, otherwise then leave it, will continue tomorrow.